It's not really a chain, but around the southwest side of Chicago and the nearby suburbs, there are a bunch of restaurants called Nicky's, Greek-owned places doing hot dogs, burgers, gyros, etc. They're only loosely connected, and the quality can vary from place to place. For instance, the one near me, fantastic, fresh-cut fries. The next one up the road, the fries are garbage. So I can't say this with certainty about every Nicky's, but about mine I will tell you this. They go overboard on their gyros. These things are massive, so massive that I generally can't finish the whole thing when I order one. That's okay though, because I have a use for those leftovers. Once upon a time, in a big money area of Chicago called Streeterville, there used to be a little restaurant called C&D Gyros. It was a dark, crappy little dive of a joint, the kind of place that still smelled like cigarette smoke years after indoor smoking was banned in Illinois. You couldn't just go in there and order anything, because half their menu was total garbage. I remember I ordered wings once, and they came to my table still frozen on the inside. But they had one sandwich that everybody raved about, called the Gyro Melt. The Gyro Melt was just that, a melt. American cheese in squishy white bread, with chopped up gyro meat and grilled onions, browned up crisp on a griddle until volcanically hot. It was served with a little paper cup of tzatziki sauce, and you could get some soggy food service fries and an old style on draft with it for a pretty decent lunch, if you didn't care what your breath smelled like when you went back to work. I've had similar sandwiches elsewhere, and they run the gamut from terrible to really quite bad. I don't know what made C&D's so special. It could have been the grilled onions, sweet and brown from spending all day on a griddle waiting for someone to order a Polish sausage. It could have been the way they put the sandwich together. The cheese good and melty, the meat cut a little smaller, not piled so high that the whole sandwich fell apart when you picked it up. It certainly wasn't the crowded, stinky bar they were served in, though it was certainly charming enough. But C&D Gyros closed in 2010. And ever since then I've had to make these gyro melts myself. So I don't mind so much that my local Nicky's makes their gyros so huge. The fact that I can only put away half to two-thirds of one is a feature, not a flaw. All that excess just goes towards my next gyro melt.